Alright, now that was an amazing ending there, but we'll start back at the beginning of episode number 3 here. Season 20 of South Park, The Damned, was the title of tonight's episode, and it starts out, going to go back to that Danish volleyball player that Gerald was trolling at the end of last week. She's on a talk show over there, and, she's still fighting back, trying to remain strong. He got off a nice couple of lines there. They went to Twitter to get some feedback, or from their website or Facebook page or something, and Gerald was there, and then the police show up at his door, as we seen in the teaser this week, that scene there. The police get off a great line about Cartman. Say, talking about, mentioning how people don't just quit Twitter. They always got to leave a message about how they're quitting Twitter and why and all that good stuff. They got to have a goodbye. The boys are all freaking out. Butter says he's not worried about the police. He's worried about Eric. And Eric does seem to have something brewing. There's something going on with Eric. He's just seeming really sarcastic and really low-key. He's wandering around without all of his stuff. He still has no access to the internet. Garrison shows up at the debate and just absolutely tries to give it to Hillary. He's saying that, he's just being completely honest. He's in over his head. He doesn't want it. At least she has some experience. One of his lines was, I'm telling you, she's actually not that bad. But that just gets people to like him even more. Hillary's just programmed to say, my opponent's a liar, you can't trust him, and this and that, and he's freaking out. I think my first hardest laugh of the night was when he just turned around and was like, oh, fuck, why's it gotta be her? I just had that was just one of them, one of those moments in the show where it's just like, yes, this is totally coming from a current event. Why the fuck does it have to be her? And then, more people are liking him. Cartman and Heidi Turner, who also quit Twitter, they become friends. They're hanging out over in the park where everybody that's off of social media hangs out. And that's when you can really tell Cartman's up to something. He's still being sarcastic with her. Last week, and it felt like they were alluding to Amy Schumer when he was being a smartass talking about female comedians, and he just flat out said it this time. Yes, every time Amy Schumer talks about her vagina, I fucking lose it, or whatever his exact quote was. Gerald's freaking out because the Danish volleyball player commits suicide, over the trolling from Skank Hunt 42. So Gerald's freaking out. He gets rid of the computers. He goes up into Ike's room. He got a note somewhere, too, when he's at the grocery store or something Gerald did. And I immediately thought it was Ike. It just seemed like Ike had figured out, because his dad keeps having those weird talks to him, and Ike's a little boy genius. I thought he had it figured out, but who knows? When he goes into Ike's room to get on his computer, he just asks him. He looks at Ike and is like, do you know who I am? And Ike had a little smart ass. Is it Ike? Does Ike know who he is? He's the guy, right? Ike knows who he is, I think. I don't know about that part about meet me under the bridge. We'll see if it was still. I guess we'll find out next week if it was Ike. Randy's freaking out because he's flip-flopping. Even now, he is wanting to vote for Garrison, and he ends up he takes a visit out to a Memberberry farm. The old guy that you could imagine. You could imagine who would be the old farmer. It's not one of the 2 cow farmer guys. It's the old guy from the old Pet Cemetery episode. And Butter's very own episode. That old weird, creepy farmer guy. So he's farming the memberberries. Randy's trying to get to the bottom of what the hell's going on with the memberberries. I don't know what's going on with the memberberries. But and then the Danish people over there, as they were having the funeral for the volleyball player. Every time I'm about to say a soccer player. I don't know why. So, I don't know. That pretty much wrapped it up. The very, very end, though, was just absolutely amazing when Cartman and Heidi Turner were sitting there having lunch together, and just the very, very end. I don't know. I think I spit on my monitor here a little bit. So, all right, that's 3 episodes down, and that's it. Boy, I think I might have overdone it with the bong hits tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. I don't know. Maybe they're going to take a break. They'll take a break at some point.